COVID-19 and propaganda, they've really gone hand in hand for the past 2 years. The public has been fed absolute lies and nonsense. But the public is smart, and its appetite for lies these days is hardly voracious. So, when a select powerful lobby decided to wage an anti-ivermectin campaign, the people snubbed them and went ahead with using the anti-parasitic medicine for curing COVID-19 infections. Now, Japan has conducted a conclusive study on the efficacy of ivermectin, and the results will make many people proud of their choices of not bowing down to state propaganda. Hi and welcome. You are watching TFI Global, the foreign affairs and geopolitical analysis arm of the TFI Media Group, and I am your host Sanbir. In this video, I will talk about how a Japanese study has finally put the anti-ivermectin propaganda to rest once and for all. Let's begin. I'm sure you've all heard about ivermectin. It's a safe anti-parasitic drug that has worked wonders in the African continent and has been in mass use around the world for over 30 years now. In the past 2 years, ivermectin has saved innumerable lives of people infected with the novel coronavirus and consequently suffering from COVID-19. The drug has proven to be effective in helping the human body fight a COVID-19 infection, and yet the drug has not been approved by the Food and Drug Administration of the United States of America. The world knows that ivermectin works against COVID-19, and the same has now been proven by a Japanese study. A Japanese conglomerate, Kowa Company Limited, has found that the anti-parasitic drug ivermectin is effective and safe for the treatment of coronavirus's Omicron variant, according to a phase 3 clinical trial. The company, working with Kitasato University based in Tokyo, said that ivermectin has the same antiviral effect on all mutant strains, including Alpha, Delta, and Omicron. Kowa added that ivermectin suppresses invasion of the virus and inhibits its replication. In its report, the Japanese conglomerate said, ivermectin is expected to be applied as a therapeutic drug for all new coronavirus infectious diseases. As reported by TFI Global in November last year, Japan had said a loud and clear no to big pharma companies' vaccination campaigns with a small yet remarkable move. Japan decided to dump repeated vaccine doses for a better and more durable cure, one that was provided by ivermectin. Ivermectin has always shown good results and seemed to be on track for tackling the pandemic all by itself. However, big pharmaceutical companies, observing the success rate of the drug, decided to impose a ban on it, as it would have directly impacted their vaccination domination campaign. They also promoted and paid for brazen anti-ivermectin propaganda. Information security expert Eden Biber had last year alleged, if you were wondering why ivermectin was suppressed, it is because the agreement that countries had with Pfizer does not allow them to escape their contract, which states that even if a drug will be found to treat COVID-19, the contract cannot be voided. It is undoubtedly true that Big Pharma has not behaved in an altruistic way after the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic. From the word go, it seemed that profit making was considered more important than ending the pandemic itself. In the case of ivermectin, the WHO was the first one to advise against its use for treating COVID-19. It stated, the current evidence on the use of ivermectin to treat COVID-19 patients is inconclusive. Until more data is available, WHO recommends that the drug only be used within clinical trials. 2 years into the pandemic, and the WHO, at the behest of Big Pharma, is still clueless about the usage of ivermectin, while it continues to sanction additional booster doses of vaccines produced by Pfizer and Moderna without blinking an eye. That really tells you the story of how seriously WHO and the FDA and CDC take data. A lot, amidst the ongoing pandemic, is riding on big pharma companies' ability to keep selling more and more vaccines. A permanent cure for COVID-19 could have ended the need for multiple booster vaccine shots, which is why ivermectin is not being allowed for usage in the United States and some other countries. India, with a population of 1.3 billion people, has allowed the usage of ivermectin, and the drug is clouded by no controversy in the country, which is why India's COVID-19 situation is far better than that of the US. In September last year, Japan deployed ivermectin and legalized the use of the anti-parasitic drug, which helped people recover from COVID-19 with more durable and long-lasting immunity. Caseloads have come down rapidly without the need for booster vaccination doses. Ivermectin use is thus helping Japan permanently beat the COVID-19 pandemic, and the same should teach anti-ivermectin countries of the world a big lesson.